Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics: War of the Lions. This is going to be a bonus episode. We've got a few things to do here in Dorter. Let's head to the tavern. We have a new option called Errands. And the only one that's available here. There's going to be other ones available in other towns, so we'll be taking a look at those as well. I know a thing or two you might be able to do. Bandits. Bandits have appeared on the trade route from Dorter to Golland, and they only seem to be targeting our company's chocobo wains. Please deal with them before we suffer any more losses. Bacchus Winery. Press X to accept task. Summon one monster. Most bandits will turn tail and run. So he's actually giving you a tip here on a class that would be good for this this job. And different classes are going to be better at are going to be better or worse for this job. The best classes for this job are actually the samurai and the ninja. The worst is the mime, but I don't even know that I'll get any mimes. But also archers and orators and some other classes that we don't have access to are pretty bad, as are thieves. But we'll go ahead and press X to accept the task. Finder's fee, supplies, and other expenses come to 600 gil. That all right? That is okay. So we can only send our generic characters along. So Eagle Claw, Zappa Slave, Ashley, Nancy, Lad, and Alicia and Lavian are the only ones who can actually go. Squires are pretty good. Chemists, knights, monks, white mages, black mages, time mages, dragoons, and arithmeticians are also okay. But I think what I'll probably do is see if we can pop someone into a summoner and then send a couple squires along. So I've canceled all of that out. Let's go ahead and check out the party roster. And let's check the jobs. See who can become a summoner. Not you. Not you. Not you. Alright, Nancy can become a summoner. So I think that we will turn Nancy into a summoner for this. So go ahead and do that. And then I do want some people as squires, so let's go ahead and send Ashley. You're level 4, you're level 4. Eagle Claw, you can become a squire. There we go. Alright, so, tavern. Bandits. Press X to accept the task. So, we will go ahead and send Eagle Claw, Ashley, and Nancy along. Yeah, I'd wager the job will take 11 to 13 days. How many days will you give them? Let's give them 13 days. Task. Defeat the bandits on the trade route. Days 13 out of 13. Departing Dorter. Units Eagle Claw, Ashley, and Nancy. This is one of the reasons why I'm going to keep Lavian, Alicia, and maybe Lad around for a while, is that they're going to be doing some of these things. I can also send, obviously, Eagle Claw, Ashley, Zappa, and Nancy for some of them as well. It's going to depend on what kind of job points I want, because you'll get job points and some money and some other possible things out of these. So let's go ahead and send them. Beg pardons, my lord, not heard any work of late. So you can just recall the units right now, but it still takes a couple days. So if they only have a couple days left, it's better to not do that. Let's go ahead and check out the rumors. In the wake of the king's demise, here's what all the locals have been going on about. The Dukes Larg and Goltana, widespread peasant revolt. In the wake of the king's demise. Since the death of King Andoria III, it's been about a year since the first chapter ended. Queen Luveria's campaign to seize total control of the government has proceeded apace. All who oppose her, even members of the council, are mercilessly stripped of their rank. Even the Queen Mother, who had openly criticized the actions of her son's wife, was banished to Bunahan, never to return. Her fate is unknown, although some say she was poisoned. The Dukes Larg and Goltana. Duke Larg, true-born brother of Queen Loveria, and Duke Goltana, cousin of the late king, are locked in a fierce political struggle for control of Iblis. Both men hope to be appointed guardian of Prince Oranus, and thus gain the title and authority of regent. Although the queen supports Duke Larg, a goodly number of nobles and council members appear to back Duke Goltana, and there are rumors he may be officially appointed regent ere long. Widespread peasant revolt. Peasants riot throughout Duke Goltana's province of Zeltenia. This sudden outbreak of civil unrest stems from the unanticipated loss of crops due to last year's drought, coupled with the burden of taxes that have been steadily rising since the end of the 50s-year war. A group of former knights calling itself the Order of the Ebon Eye appears to be fomenting violence, even as Baron Grimm's Blackrim knights struggle to contain it. And I don't know if it's come up yet, but basically, while Duke Goltana's province is suffering drought, I believe the other one that Duke Larg rules over was getting lots of floods. So, like, really bad stuff affecting the crops in both places, but complete different things. Thanks for dropping in. Do come again. Alright, so we need 13 days, so let's just go until 30. Okay, it's going to take me a little bit longer. But, there we go. Alright, head back to the tavern, and reports. Hey, got some people back from their tasks. You want to hear the report on that, eh?
We departed Dorter in high spirits. Our task to neutralize the bandits terrorizing the trade route.
The stars were with us from the outset.
Our enemies were unexpectedly great in number. Nonetheless, we remained committed to our goal.
Also, this is one that would have benefited from a high faith and low bravery. Every job benefits either from high bravery, low faith, or low faith, high bravery. Might have just said the same thing. Whatever. You know, either high bravery and low faith, or low bravery and high faith. Unfortunately, since I plan to make all of my people, with a couple exceptions, or one exception, have high faith and bravery, and the person that I'm planning to have low faith is not going to be someone that I bring along. I mean, that I can send on these anyway. You know.
Eventually, we emerged victorious. After the battle, we began to ready our packs for the road. One of our party uncovered a large treasure chest. We quickly examined the contents. Inside were bags of gil. Our fortune could not have been greater.
I pray all our missions meet with such success.
I have nothing more to report.
So, there was some really good English in the original things, like, I had a good feeling, or, stuff like it was pretty great, and unfortunately we do miss out on some of that. But we get better English. Task: defeat the bandits on the trade route. Bonus gil, 13,935 gil. Eagle Claw and Ashley both gain 143 job points, and Nancy gains 140 job points. Beg pardons, my lord, I've not heard of any work of late. Okay. So, let's go ahead and see if you were able to... Nope. Oh, right. No, I'm in the wrong thing. Actually, let me go ahead and change it back to your proper job of thief. Get you back to being a knight. And get you back to being a time mage. Of course, I do need to correct equipment. That's correct. That is correct. And this is not correct. There we go. And that is also not correct. Okay, abilities-wise... Got some points into Summoner. I don't know that I will... I'll probably save up for half MP. That would be more useful to you than anything else from the Summoner. Squire... Got all of that, so let's just get Counter Tackle. And you need focus. There we go. That's pretty good. I would like to... If I find one that chemists would be really good at, that would be very, very nice to just, like, slap a whole bunch of people into the chemist class and send them off. Because there's some good stuff that we can get from the chemist, from JP. And let's head into the Chronicle. Alright, events. Let's see. Grief and Hatred. Gragorath and Wygraf had yet eluded the Order's pursuit, finding refuge in one of the mills that dot the Fovoham Windflats. Wygraf vehemently condemned Gragorath for kidnapping Titra. When a scout arrived with word of Meluda's death, Wygraf, consumed with grief and hatred, vowed to quench his blade with the blood of Meluda's killers. Partings. Snow-dusted Zeekden Fortress as stragglers from the Corpse Brigade took refuge within, but the northern sky held firm its position around the perimeter. Argath slew Gragorath after first shooting Titra, whom Gragorath was using as a human shield. Delita, enraged by the death of his sister, saw Argath repaid in kind. The gunpowder planted by Gragorath was then set alight, reducing the fortress to rubble. To Orban. Delita Hyrule, believed to have perished in the previous year at Zeekden Fortress, suddenly appeared clad in the armor of one of Duke Goltana's men. To what purpose does he hurry along the road toward Orban Monastery? That's the beginning of the game. Ovelia's prayer. A year had passed since the tragedy at Zeekden. The Dukes Larg and Goltana had been locked in a fierce political struggle for control of Evely since the king's death. Tensions were high and war seemed all but inevitable. Secret plans were underway to bring Princess Ovelia from Orban Monastery to Galleon to prevent the outbreak of war. Ovelia's kidnapping. With the aid of Gafgarian and the others, we were able to hold off Goltana's troops, but to our dismay, Princess Ovelia was abducted while we were engaged in battle. I caught sight of one of Duke Goltana's knights as he made off with the princess, and strained to maintain my composure as I laid eyes on his familiar face. Why would Delita be serving Goltana? In pursuit of the princess. Lady Agria set out in heavy rain in search of Princess Ovelia, who had been kidnapped by men bearing the standard of Duke Goltana. I decided to join her in the search, as my dear friend Delita, whom I believed had to have died at Zeekden, had been among the Black Lion's men. So now we have feats. Past. Lilith's Libation. Bacchus Winery's most popular product is Bacchus Liquor, an incredibly sweet drink made from Bacchus seeds, and it was the reason for the attacks on the company's wains. What was thought to be the work of bandits was actually that of monsters drawn to the sweet smell. We defeated them and their leader Lilith, ensuring that Evolutians could again partake of Bacchus's blessing. And Personae. AuldDragon is now the name I am going by. Age 17. Member of a sellsword company led by Gafgarian. Disillusioned by the tragedy at Zeekden, he left the Order of the Northern Sky to become a mercenary. He has severed ties with House Beolv and taken his mother's family name. Now none but Gafgarian know of his noble roots. He continues to fill his days with the clash of weapons in the hope of finding some direction. Delita Hirol. Or Hyrule, actually, it should be. Childhood friend of Ald. Although thought to have perished in an explosion at Zeekden Fortress, he was later discovered to have survived. He reappeared as one of the kidnappers who abducted Princess Ovelia from Orban Monastery. Why Delita has chosen to align himself with the Order of the Southern Sky is a mystery. Princess Ovelia, age 17. Ovelia was adopted by the late King Andoria III after he lost his second son, but is actually true-born daughter to the former monarch Dinamda IV and half-sister to Andoria III. Soon after entering the Atkasha royal family, a third son, Prince Oranus, was born to the queen, and Ovelia was entrusted to Duke Larg. Alma is still showing up as age 6. Oh, well, no, she's not. She is a year younger. Alma has begun to question the motives of her two eldest brothers after losing Titra and Delita in the tragedy at Zeekden Fortress. Is there a difference here? No, I don't think so. Lord Zalbag. Let's see. Doesn't look like there's anything new with him. I doubt there's anything new with him. No. Duke Larg. Liege Lord of Galleon and true-born brother to Queen Laveria. Nope, nothing new. Duke Goltana. Nope. Prince Oranus. Nope. Queen Laveria. I don't think we ever actually get to see a... I don't think she ever actually... Like, I think this is the only time she appears in the game, is in here with this portrait. I don't think she ever actually interacts with the story otherwise. Andoria III. He contracted the Black Death and died after 7 days and nights of fevered suffering. Argath Thadalphus. He was killed at Zeekden Fortress during a campaign to eliminate the Corpse Brigade. Good riddance. Sir Gafgarian. A sellsword hired... he's also age 53. Gofard Gafgarian. A sellsword hired by the Order of the Northern Sky to escort Princess Ovelia to Egros. He once served as a division commander in the Order of the Eastern Sky in the 50 Years' War. But at war's end, Gafgarian was expelled from the Order as a result of the barbarism of the methods he employed to ensure victory. Lady Agrias. A noble and fiercely loyal female knight serving in the Lion's Guard, Agrias Oaks. The Crown's personal shields. Tensions between Dukes Larg and Goltana after the death of Andoria III led to fears for Princess Ovelia's safety, and the council dispatched Lady Agrias to Orban Monastery as a guard. She sympathizes with the princess for having to live a sequestered life. She's age 21. Elder Simon. Simon Pen Lakish, age 77. Elder of Orban Monastery and renowned theologian. Elder Simon is a devout member of the Church of Glabados. Although he once served as a church inquisitor, a certain incident led him to his retirement, whereupon he withdrew to the remote sanctuary of Orban Monastery. He was both a teacher and a loving father figure to Princess Ovelia. Wigrafolas, age 31, leader of the Corpse Brigade, a group of brigands terrorizing Galleon. During the 50 Years' War, he served as leader of the Dead Men, a company of volunteer soldiers assembled from the peasantry. Although they fought valiantly, they were no longer needed after Ivalice's defeat, and at war's end were summarily discharged without compensation. As leader of the Corpse Brigade, Wigraf used kidnapping and assassination in a campaign to free the common people from the suffering imposed by the ruling classes. I didn't think he actually did. The kidnapping, at least. However, the brigade was wiped out in a government counterattack. Wigraf has not been seen since the battle at Zeekden. Doesn't say he's dead, though. I doubt that Elmdor is going to have anything different. Titra Hyrule. Tetra is Delita's younger sister. Both are children of a simple farmer who lived and worked on land owned by House Beolv. Lord Barbeneth Beolv assumed custody of both Tetra and Delita soon after their parents were taken by the Black Death. She attended the Egros Preparatory Academy with Alma, but her peers would not accept her due to her roots. Tetra was taken hostage after a failed assassination attempt by the Corpse Brigade on Lord Dysadarg. She was then killed by Argath the Dalphus at Zeekden Fortress. Groggorath Levine. A knight of the Corpse Brigade, Groggorath stormed the Beolv Manse at Egros to assassinate Lord Dysadarg, a retainer to Duke Lar. Although he failed to kill Lord Dysadarg, Groggorath abducted Delita Hyroll's sister, Tetra, while fleeing. In a final battle with the Order of the Northern Sky, he was killed trying to escape with her as his shield. And there is Master Darlavan. I love that that he's in here with, let's see, where is it? He's known to be a bit long-winded, and there's an ability called Mimic Darlavan. I love it. It's hilarious to me. Anyway, I'm going to continue this bonus episode. We do have some events here, and if it's Virgo when we get there, well, at some point when it's Virgo, I'm going to need to go to Magic City of Garland, because there is an errand that only appears in the month of Virgo. And then there's also at least one at Egros Castle, which I also want to check out to see if there's a new equipment. So before we continue on, we'll be doing that. I will be adding those sections onto this episode, however, so it's all going to be bonus content. Alright, see you shortly, everyone. Alright, we're in the Magic City of Garland. Let's go ahead and check out the Outfitter. I don't think there's going to be anything different. I'm pretty sure that the cities have the same stuff all the time, and the castles have the same stuff as other castles have all the time. So, yeah, it looks like it's the same. Alright, so, Tavern. The rumors are going to be the same. We've got 2 errands here. There is a third one that can show up, but it needs to be the month of Virgo, and it is not. So we've got Miner's Tale. Hey, here's the bill. Those were good times. Back during the Gold Rush Mountain. Orobos. God, I want that to be Ouroboros. Was alive with people, each with dreams of striking it rich. But that's all over. I wonder what the old mountain's like now. Kemya, former miner. Alright, so a geomancer is not quite the best. Actually, a mime is best for this, but yeah, we're not going to have a mime. Thieves are pretty good. Squires, I think, are generally good for everything. And this is actually, I was wrong a moment ago. This type of mission is neutral towards bravery and faith, so it doesn't really matter what your scores are there. And shoreline defense. Objects of undetermined origin have been washing up on the shore. Please investigate this matter, as the townspeople have begun to grow uneasy. The city of Garland. Alright, so, that one... Orators are the best. White mages and mimes are pretty good as well. Geomancers are okay. But since we've got that, let's go ahead and see what we can set up for that. It's going to be a little bit iffy on getting some of this stuff done, but I may need to save state through combat sections because I have... Yeah, I only have 7 people that I can send off, and that's going to take 6. So I'm not really going to... I was thinking of doing these two, like doing these and then going over to Egros and doing that one, but that's probably not going to be the easiest thing. Anyway. Party roster. Okay, so, let's see who we can set. Can we set any of you to Geomancer? Nope. 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 Nope, but you can be a mystic. That's not what I want. I want an orator. Alright, that's a little annoying. What do I need? Mystic level 3. Ah. That's unfortunate. Okay, so no Orator. White Mages would be okay. So, we can do that. Alright, well, let's look at the Miner's Tale, then. That's one that a Geomancer and a Thief would be good at. So, Eagle Claw, you can stay as a Thief. You can... Zappa, you can become a Geomancer. Looking to see if Mystics would be any good. Mystics would be okay at this one, so... You're level 2. I'd rather you not do that, though. You cannot become any of those. Mystic level 1, that's... Yeah, we're really not looking at much good. You guys can't even become white mages. Alright, well, yeah, we'll make Nancy a mystic. So, that should be okay. Alright, Tavern, Errands, and Miner's Tale. So we'll send Zappa, and then Eagle Claw, and then Nancy. I'd wager the job will take 8 to 11 days. How many days will you give him? Give him 11. Okay, that's good. And then for the shoreline defense, if I can get some white mages, that would be good. They show up as unavailable. Alright, so job... Equipment doesn't matter either. Let's go ahead and make Ashley a white mage. Lad can be made a white mage. And Alicia and Lavian cannot. So, squires are okay. So I guess Alicia can become a squire. Not outfitter. Tavern. Errands. Shoreline defense. Finder C supplies and other expenses come to 33,050 gil. So the last one was 600. Some of these will not pay for themselves in terms of the gil, but I'm going to be doing them all anyway. That one that we did in Dorter, that was unusually profitable. It gave us like 13,000. That's unusual. They're generally, most of them I think are going to be profitable, but only somewhat so. So we will go ahead and send Ashley, Lad, and Alicia. And 9 days. Examine and identify the objects on the shore. Alright. Okay, so now I need to kill a few days. So I need 11 days. I am going to save state my way, like, up and around. Let's see, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess it's not gonna really matter one way or the other. Okay, that's 1. So as I have more characters, I won't need to, like, I can continue with the story while some people are unavailable, but there we go. And back we go. And let's go ahead and check out the tavern. Reports. Now you got some people back from their tasks. Miner's Tale. Want to hear the report on that, eh?
We departed Gareland in high spirits. Our task, to mine Mount Orobos.
The stars were with us from the outset.
The task required great strength of arm. Nonetheless, we remained committed to our goal. Eventually, we uncovered a rich vein. We toiled endlessly, extracting a great deal of ore. Among our finds was a large, peculiar rock. We quickly examined the contents. In it were nuggets of ore with value beyond compare. Our fortune could not have been greater.
I pray all our missions meet with such success.
I have nothing more to report.
Find gold in Mount Orobos. Mithril ore profits. Reward 4,105 gil. This one was the one that was 600, I think. Zaposlave gets 130 job points. Eagle Claw gets 127, and Nancy gets 124. The better suited your character is, I think, the more points you get. And then Shoreline Defense. We departed Gareland in high spirits. Our task to investigate the shoreline.
The stars were with us from the outset. There was very little information for us to work with. Nonetheless, we remained committed to our goal. Our investigation finally came to a close. Afterwards, we readied ourselves for the road. Upon our return, we were given a gift of gratitude. In gratitude. Eagerly, we looked to see what our efforts had earned us. It was a handsome reward in gil. Our fortune could not have been greater. I pray all our missions meet with such success.
I have nothing more to report. Examine and identify the objects on the shoreline. Reward money bonus. 11,233 gil. That's pretty good. Ashley and Lad got 115 job points, and Alicia got 113. And beg pardons, my lord, I've not heard of any more work of late. That's it. Okay, so let's get, well, I'm not gonna fight a random encounter here, so let's go ahead and get through. And let's check the outfitter first. Let's see, so mithril swords are available, battle axes, night slayers are available, ice bows, element ice, bow that shoots freezing arrows, silver bow, bow adorned with silver decorations. Thin metal plates help strengthen its wooden frame. 5-5. 5-5. 4-5. You know what? Let's go ahead and buy one of these just so we have it. Never know. I'm gonna want one of these in case I make someone a... Well, I'm gonna eventually make people a... Someone a dragoon at least, so I'll want one of those. We can get some barbuts, but we're not really using them right now. Mithril armor. Let's go ahead and buy 2 sets, just so that I've got them. Same things there. No shurikens here, though. Interesting. Okay. My thanks to you. And at the tavern, we've got same rumors and errands. Mount Gold Motherlode. So this is a reference to, and we'll get some of these through the course of the errands system. Mount Golg, of course, Gurgu volcano from Final Fantasy 1. That is, I believe in some of the retranslations, like the PlayStation 1 version and the... Is it PSP or is it Game Boy Advance? Whichever. I believe they changed the name to Mount Golg. I kind of like Gurgu better, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so, let's see. We want... this is another mining mission. So monks will be good at that. Squires are decent. So let's go ahead and make some changes. Alright, well, first of all, Zappa, you get changed back to a monk. And in fact, Ashley, can you become a monk? You can? And how are you guys... How is Eagle Claw doing on stuff for the Squire? You got focus. What about Nancy? I'd really like you to get focus, so... Nancy, you can become a squire. There we go. That, eh? Here's the bill. There's more than lava lies sleeping in Mount Golg. I've it on good authority the volcano hides a rich vein of gold, though few enough would dare prospect it. For even if the mountain sleeps, the perils of its monster-infested slopes abound. Have you the courage to chance and strike it rich? Egros Tavern Master. This guy himself is the one proposing this. Finder's fee, supplies, and other expenses come to 3,100 gil. That all right? Okay. Alright, so we will send Zappa, we will send Ashley, and Nancy. 16 days. Find the gold vein at Mount Golg. Alright. So we need 16 days. Luckily we can do this. And yeah, there's nothing here. Alright. It's 32 Gemini. 32 days in the month, huh? Alright. Let's go to the tavern. And reports. Oh, you got some people back from their tasks. Want to hear the report on that, eh?
We departed Egros in high spirits. We were dead set on mining Mount Golg's riches. The stars were with us from the outset. Our surroundings hid ferocious beasts aplenty. Nonetheless, we remained committed to our goal. Eventually, we uncovered a rich vein. We toiled endlessly, extracting a great deal of ore.
And this is another one that, oh, actually, this one does prefer high bravery and low faith. Alright, so my bad.
Among our finds was a large, peculiar rock. We quickly examined the contents. Sealed within was a treasure beyond compare.
So we'll occasionally get some other items as well. This looks like a book.
Our fortune could not have been greater. I pray all our missions meet with such success. I have nothing more to report.
Find the gold vein at Mount Golg. The bonus is Nanai's Histories. We get a total of 2,595 gil, so you can see that we actually did not come out ahead on gil with this one. But it happens. JP, is Zappa Slave, gets 116, Ashley gets 118, Nancy gets 121. That's quite a find you've got there. In that Heroic Cube. It's a treasure, all right, and worth quite a bundle. Well, I think you can now consider yourself a treasure hunter. From this day forth, you're a level 1 treasure hunter. And no other errands. All right, so let's take a quick look at what we have found. So we now have an artifacts category. We'll look at that in a moment. Feats. So we had Lilith's Libation. Let's take a look at... these are not, like, sorted in any obvious way that I can tell. Message in a Bottle. 14 Gemini. We looked into the items washing up on the shore near the city of Garaland. We mostly found refuse from cities across the sea, but amongst the garbage we saw a small bottle containing a scrap of paper. Although we were unable to decipher the foreign script inscribed on the paper, it appeared to be a plea of some sort. Miner's Tears. A gold rush some years ago caused numerous towns to crop up at the fount of Mount Orobos, and for a time the mountain crawled with prospectors. However, the meager amount of gold found could not support the towns. The miners soon left, turning the villages into little more than ghost towns. All that remained of the miners' dreams were the tears of the old man who told us his tale. And a Molten Maiden. 32 Gemini. Mount Gold has not erupted for nigh on 5,000 years, yet dangers enough remain that few dare venture near. But we did, and it was at the bottom of that deep, dark shaft we saw her, a lady of flame. Locals tell of a young girl who stumbled over the volcano's rim, though the truth of it we could not say. Nonetheless, we erected a small shrine and offered prayers for the Mount Gold Maiden. It was Carrie! And now artifacts. Nanai's Histories. A journal written by the psychologist Nanai that provides an in-depth analysis of the lives of a wide spectrum of people. One chapter covers the travails of a certain gambler. Could that be Setzer? It could be. Acquired 32 Gemini. Most of these don't really do anything. In the original Japanese version, there were some mini-games or audio dramas or something like that. I've never actually seen them played or experienced, so I don't really know what they contain. And they've been removed from both versions, both US versions, and it's kind of a shame. But what are you going to do? Anyway, that's it for the errands that we have. When we come back next time, we will go ahead and head to the Aragway Woods. I'll have gotten back there. I'll have put my party members back into their proper order and jobs. And I may have fought a random encounter. I'm not going to specifically avoid them here, but we'll see. Anyway, that will be next time. There is new stuff in the random encounters, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. See you next time, everyone.